Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss. This is the Forged in Fire campaign, and as you could see, Henrietta's got some interlopers to deal with. Although, on the other hand, she's probably the interloper herself, considering these aren't our islands. This is just some place we turned up on airships, right? So, you know, make of that what you will, but we're going to press forward nonetheless. We're pretty close to this enemy. That's good. And of course, Cuthbert and the others will continue to do their usual shenanigans of accumulating additional troops for the fights ahead. We can also head to this nest as well. Winona, on the other hand, has actually got some important tasks ahead of her because, you know, I've realised we can actually start making some tangible progress on the map. We've actually explored most of it, and continuing that would be excellent. Obviously, our usual marshalling is going to continue to occur. We'll have Elishar just camp out of the Gorgon lair for now. Like Quidrium here can actually just land and then start exploring this island. Let's Avoran drop off the dragonflies at the Ore Pit of Destiny and press on. Let's enter it, shall we? Yes, that's Araksha, and that's that Sashar character. Heading down to the Ancient Lamp. We should be able to deal with that, though, if the, although it will mean this fight is on native terrain, which we may want to avoid. I've got a thought. How about I go and collect the Ring of Life? It's just sitting here, after all. Well, we don't need to pursue them. But we will take the Ring of Life. While pausing to rest, you notice a bobcat climbing a short tree to get at a crow's nest. On impulse, you climb the tree yourself and scare off the cat. When you look in the nest, you find a collection of shiny stones and a ring. The Ring of Health +1, which can easily be used to replace this. This will make our halflings that much more sturdy in the fights ahead, although of course they will just die immediately when they see anything hit them anyway. But you know, it's the thought that counts. And it may come in handy in the future. Cuthbert, of course, can camp out. Let's have Winona attack here now. Now that I think about it, it's time to equip the Spirit of Oppression on her. I think so. It's not like we have leadership ourselves, so why not? Let's deal with this particular garrison. It's by far the easiest garrison to attack out of them, so it should be a straightforward moment, really. They're going to try and double move me, of course. But we struck first. Did we lose anyone? No, it's fine. We'll fall back though, nonetheless. Oh, 2 lizard warriors. We don't lose lizard warriors. That would be inappropriate. Let's see if we can lure them with a dragonfly. That might be the key. Yeah, look at that. They're baited, and now they're dead. Excellent. Obviously, without the morale being in play, things can be much more straightforward in this battle. Might as well bless. Well, that stack's dead, obviously. So, let's just keep running away. And the Knolls for the finish. Excellent, the garrison is ours. The guards here say they will only let those who fly the green flag pass. The guards note your green flag and offer to let you pass. Do you accept? Yes, I do. Let's proceed to this area here. This looks like progress to me. I mean, there's the Dark Blue Keymaster's tent. We might be able to get in here. This could be tangible progress. So now we're here, of course, we'll go and frolic in the Mystical Garden to get some gems and then go pick up the cows. And Quidrum here is exploring a brand new world. Here we have the Spell of Murph. Obviously, that's a very happy occurrence. And here's Stoneskin. Let's see what else we can find, shall we? Or in here, she'll just continue to ferry troops over to the Ore Pit of Destiny. I guess we can have some lizard warriors. And some wyverns. You can come over here, thank you. Let's check. Henrietta's got the right boots. She does. Let's end turn. Oh, that person may pop through the portal. That could be a big issue. Where would they turn up? Like here? Well, it's a good thing I'm planning to chase them down now. Let's do that, shall we? Also means this blue mine's just going to go unaccounted for a little while. We could, of course, try to cut around this way and just head from the other direction. But let's see if we can just give chase straight up. And swap on the boots. No, we'll keep these boots on just for the beginning of the next turn. Damicon, of course. Dropping off the Stormbirds. There we go. And heading over here to the Serpentfly Hive. Why Nona? What do we see over here? We may not need this ruins after all, although it does guard access to the Seer's Hut, of course. Let's see now. It's probably not worth doing that, because it's, frankly, been done already. What about this Shrine of Magic Gesture? Weakness. Okay. We're just shy of being able to make landfall. But we will make landfall. Jannar, of course, grabbing the Gorgons. Though maybe I should be slightly shy of being sent over to the teleporter until that particular threat is dealt with. Here's some gems. Excellent. A Seer's Hut. I have a prize for those who fly the green flag. Ah, here is one who bears the green flag. Here is a prize for you. Do you accept? Yes, I will take 16 coatls, thank you. That's a good prize. Well, this was already a fruitful endeavour, wasn't it? Well, let's go and deliver the troops to the Ore Pit of Destiny. And that's all for this turn. Let's end it, shall we? Okay, she's heading around, just faffing about the place, dealing with various foes. She probably thinks I can't reach her, but of course I swap boots, and suddenly I can. Hopefully she's weakened herself on some of these battles, and for now, we can go attack her. Suppose there's no time like the present, is there? At least we will have neutral terrain for this fight. Auto combat loses everything. Can we do better? Now, out of my love for you, I have practiced this battle somewhat off screen because it was one of those fights where if we look at it for a moment, the actual army compositions are roughly even in strength. And part of the problem is that this King Korea ripoff here actually has good spellcasting. So you wouldn't believe how many times these Chaos Hydras were teleported right on top of the Halfling Grenadiers. So unfortunately this is not going to be a lossless fight. I've done the best I can, but I don't think I can do it lossless. But we'll see if I can, have a good result here today. So we're going to start off with the slow. We're going to wait, we're going to hit these wyverns with the Orgoi Korkoi. Just everyone else is going to wait. We're going to shoot the Medusas twice. Excellent. And then we're going to strike down the trolls. And then punch the Gorgons with the dreadnoughts. Excellent. This is just going to result in a bit of a melee forming here, which will allow for an excellent heat stroke next turn. This is what we're shooting for. We use the automaton here to finish off the wyverns, and then we'll use our quaddles to destroy these wyvern monarchs. Excellent. The quaddles, of course, can now strike again. We use them to strike the mighty Gorgons. They'll get lucky and kill them instantly, of course. We'll then defeat the rest of the Medusa Queens with our Orgoi Korkoi. Excellent. We'll then use our Bounty Hunters to shoot the Chaos Hydras, and our automatons will edge slightly away. Don't want to get hit after all. Actually, no, they'll come here and hit the first aid tent, wasn't it? Oh, no. Well, we'll just move here, it's fine. This isn't an exact science. We will heat stroke, though. Excellent. And then, to avoid getting teleported on, we're going to teleport ourselves. Ha-ha! Now you can't teleport Chaos Hydras here. Unfortunately, we could still get ice bolted in the face, which, as you can see, which is not great. I just can't see a way of not losing 70 Halfling Grenadiers, which sucks because there's such a powerful stack on Henrietta, especially above the Sharpshooter, but I've done all I can. Like, I don't know what else to do. We are going to haste these engineers so we can get them over here to repair up these dreadnoughts and make sure we don't lose any of those. And we basically should be good from here. We'll just heat stroke one more time. Excellent. And then the Grenadiers should be able to finish with a nice lucky hit. So we lose 2 Orgoi Korkoi and the 70 Grenadiers, which sucks. But we do get the endless bag of gold, I guess. What a prize. And the Mileto Tower I will take. And there's some ancient behemoths here guarding a pile of gold. We might just do those for amusement. But after that interesting journey, we're going to just basically carry on like nothing had happened. And it wasn't a random 2-day break between mid-episode, but hey. There's a gem pond here we might want. We really do want Mudshire. Let's just... Is there anything else I want to do on the water, or I'm just going to make landfall? Let's grab the Vial of Mana. That makes sense to me. 18 extra spell points. Why not? Let's make landfall. We'll be able to see what's going on here in Mudshire very soon. I mean, apparently it's just a free capture. We'll see about that. As far as this area, of course, we have now dealt with the Interloper, so we can have Genoa take these troops on her merry way. Of course, if we just delay a moment longer, we can have her move out with more things next week. Of course, we had Quadrim here, who's now suddenly armed with quite a lot of quaddles. A little bit more powerful coming in than going out, eh? Actually, other way around. We'll grab the crystal and the gold and head back up next turn. Of course, Oren here is just doing his due diligence of dropping things into this ore mine of destiny. And off to the Serpent Fly Hive for you. And that is going to do this turn. It was a good start. Obviously, we'll need to take care of the Arashak person very soon. We will top off with the Magic Well before we try to take on that particular foe. Let's make sure we have the Boots of Speed equipped. And while we're not in a fight, we might as well have the Bag of Gold equipped. We will be handing that off to someone, though, don't worry. Okay, well, let's end turn. Here's Osharak doing his thing. It's Week of the Eagle. A good week it is. Let us make sure boots are properly equipped. Ancient Behemoths. I mean, even auto combat basically does it, but let's just slow them anyway. Morale? That's not allowed. We should be fine, though. Yeah. Maybe don't torch them with a flamethrower, or blow them up with grenades instead, but... You know, again, shouldn't be much of a problem. And there we go. The Ancient Behemoths are defeated, And there's that plate of dying light, actually. That's an interesting pickup. Oh, the goblin we met at the tavern's acting incredibly brazen again. And we beat him up and take his plate of dying light. This does mean we have all 3 pieces of the forbidden interference set. The set that can never be forged by human hands, but could be very good at lowering enemy power. There is some water here, which could potentially be a way to get to this area. Let's pick up the crystal and turn around, because we do have things to do and people to see. Yeah, let's go grab that mana. Excellent. Of course, it's a new week, so it's time for some more recruitment of the peoples. This is literally a free town. Well, that's convenient. It doesn't have anything in it at all, apart from a mage guild. But I mean, I'll take it. It's a location that is now ours. We don't even have a tavern, so it's going to be the our friend here, Wynonna, is going to have to manually claim this gem pond like a pleb. She might as well actually use those because we're now back on a swamp terrain here. Let's get the gem pond. It's a very expensive wyvern nest. It could be interesting to claim that later. For now, though, what's your story, Kenatoth? We can let you out. Maybe that should be next turn. So I'm going to quickly have one over sitting in here just for the moment, as we have Elishar, King of the Gorgons. I mean, it's going to take a moment to do his thing, let's be honest. We'll leave him to it. Let's just leave the elves behind and take the Gorgons. Let's go! And we'll stop and buy the Mystical Garden. Oh, 500 gold, that's going to go a long way. Alright, Quadrium. Let's grab that gold. There's another one of those Keymaster places here. We could check the Den of Thieves. Searching through the underbrush, you find the secret entrance to the Den of Thieves. An old acquaintance fills you in on all he has learned since your last meeting. Ah, yes. So we have here Practal, who does have fairy dragons. That's going to be spicy. Of course, we had that person here, 47 power. Whenever this person gets out, it's going to be a bad time, let's be honest. With ancient behemoths, too. I mean, it's good to know that those are our coming threats, I guess. Now, the Quaddles, as good as they are, probably not as good enough to go kill the warriors. Maybe the Serpent Flies if it's a low throng. I'm not really wanting to chance it, though. Let's gather the resources and get out of here. I think this has been good scouting. So, you know, excellent. Oren, of course. You might as well grab those now as we head down to Drakenmoor. Let's end turn. So we'll grab the magic well. You put the correct boots on this time. I just basically negated the boost I got. We will use the rally flag. And then we'll head in this direction. There's the Basilisk Pit. Excellent. So we should be able to pin this guy in here. And we do need basilisks anyway. So, maybe Genoa can actually be the basilisk woman. That could be her life story, maybe. Because it's not far from here, right? For now, we can have her just drop the troops in the ore pit. As they should be. Cuthbert will do his usual collection as well. Excellent. But I do believe that Asharak character is one of those, like, fabled lieutenant guys that needs to be dealt with. So, certainly needs doing. Let's grab those Gorgons, head them into here. Well, we'll grab, yeah, basically into there. Quadrium, of course, will grab those resources. And he can't make the boat this turn, but this has been a useful exploration. We'll send him back out very soon. Okay, Oren, you can go and grab some troops. Of course, now we can't upgrade those, so they'll have to just wait for next week. Excuse me. I guess if we're desperate, we can just do that. There we go. Come on down to the Orbit of Destiny. Thank you. Alright, Winona. Let's see how this fight goes, shall we? The guards note your green flag and offer to let you pass. Do you accept? I do. So this man's obviously been getting stronger and stronger every week. There's also... I mean, I've sort of glazed over it before, but that's the Dark Blue Keymaster's tent. This is literally where we needed to be. So, you know, good we found it, but, you know, how many things are unlocked by just that thing alone? It does seem to be mainly the fortress towns, but that's still very useful, because Fortress is the main enemy on this map, so, you know, this is good stuff. Let's go attack Kanatoth now, shall we? And probably lose. Auto combat manages it. That's promising. Let's try a slow to start off with and see if we can manage the movement of the units. It does, of course, depend on his own spellcasting, which could be quite interesting indeed. Obviously, our shooting is not as good as it is on Henrietta, but we'll see what we can do. So you just got cured, okay. Well, I see a problem I have here. Do I have haste? I do. So let's buck you out here. So if I attack this one now... Yeah, it's still a bit of a problem. Okay, he was too scared of attacking the others. We did lose a lot of wyverns, though. Okay. Well, I don't think this fight's going to be the same sort of restart fest it was previously. We mainly just have to worry about cures. And I think we can probably deal with this in a little bit of adjustment of our formation. So if I load that battle save... Fortunately, it's not the other battle. We want to have the final stack be the one that actually is doing this work. Also, did I actually... No, okay. That's fine. Let's attack. Because this way, the one stacks will go before the dragonfly, the main stack of the dragonflies. Okay, so we still want the mass slow. We probably want to start thinking about a mass bless, because that really does boost those lizard warriors' damage quite significantly, doesn't it? I did sort of walk into that, didn't I? I know what I need to do. I just need to make a mental note of how far they can reach, which is basically this line here. That's okay. Because I will go, oh look, if I just cure, I can hit you. So we need to sort of prevent that temptation. Now you're going to try and double move me, are you? Well, they are in range, so excellent. That was a nice solid hit. Okay. So we could obviously just keep re-slowing. But we could also just haste for now. Get out of this guy's range. Obviously my melee units have to do something at some point, but... Oh, I got dispelled. I mean, we can at least get in here and kill this lot. The luck is somewhat superfluous, but there you go. I think we have to brawl down that guy at least. Let's do the mass bless. We do have a lot of Gorgons, but we sort of just do need to start having them fight a bit, otherwise somewhat pointless. Luck is very good, though. I'll take the luck. Okay, yeah, a few gnolls. That's completely fine by me. 76. That's a lot more than a few gnolls, unfortunately. 105 gnoll marauders. Do we want to allow that? Spoken like a true blue magic player. Do I allow that? I think not. Because this feels like a fight that should be quite doable, really. Especially if I do, you know, some tricks like sending in a 1-stack to delay them and things like that. So, that being said, fortressing in the corner did seem to do a good job. Let's see about some advanced taunting maneuvers. Yeah, takes the bait. So what about... So you're obviously the fastest. So you'd be interested in that. Let's go for the mass haste. The luckiest lizards. Oh, he did go for it. You queue it after you moved. That's an interesting choice. It's an interesting choice. Now, it does mean we got 2 fast ones next turn, but we're still more faster than all of them. Do we go for the Alpha Strike? I don't know. Gorgons are obviously the most powerful here. We do basically kill half of them. Let's slow again. Losing a few dragonflies is not so bad. It does help when they get lucky. It does. Let's do that mass bless. Maybe I have the wrong idea about dragonflies, because the thing is, for me, they just feel so expendable because of just how paper thin they are and how nimble they are. So like AI just always runs them down every single time, right? So to me, they just feel very weak indeed. I lost 2 mighty Gorgons. This'll do. Well. Do you want to lose Gorgons or gnolls? I've already sort of lost some gnolls anyway. You know, in the spirit of just getting things done, let's just be happy with how things have proceeded for now. There we go. That'll do. What did you have on you? Nothing, but you did have a level. Ho ho! And now we have this Basilisk Pit, which has 56 basilisks in it. I mean, I'll take them on the way back, if I can afford them. We also have a Scroll of Town Portal. And a Scroll of Town Portal. That is progress right there. I mean, take off that nonsense. We can literally hand one to Henrietta as well and suddenly be teleporting all across the map in every which way. We don't have to worry about all of this Ore Pit of Destiny nonsense. We can just literally gather up the troops from all the disparate corners of the globe like these 99 serpent flies. Very powerful, very useful. If only we had the money to afford to upgrade everything. But I will take this dark blue Keymaster's tent. The caretaker of this Keymaster's tent seems happy to see you.
Ah, finally someone worthy, he says. I shall send word immediately to the border guard that you'll be allowed to pass.
And he's a man of his word, because let's be honest, like already we can actually access it. Like that man must obviously have been using those town portal scrolls, you know what I'm saying? So but, I mean, at this point we can just use the scroll to get out of here, leave the boat, and, start making other moves. This is now traversable. I mean, obviously there's some strategic and tactical implications to come from all that, but for now, let's call it a video. Thank you for watching. When we come back next time, more Heroes of Might and Magic 3.